Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And this is Bucky. And this is Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
Season 2, episode 1, checking out today. And we have early ad-free access. If you're impatient and you want to get ahead right now, you can get a month ahead over on Patreon. You can also see our full watch-along reactions that way.
Yeah.
Are you ready to do this?
Ready.
Okay.
6 months ago, Avatar Korra defeated Amon and the Equalists, and the United Republic elected its first president. Commander Boomy retired and moved to Air Temple Island. Danger now threatens the Southern Water Tribe.
Oh.
Better keep your eyes peeled, lad. You never know what creatures lurk in the murky depths.
He's got the semen bug eyes.
He does. Giant squid.
It's pretty cool looking. Ah! I was just joking!
You're all going down.
Under. Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's pro-bending night in Republic City.
Yeah!
Newcomers, the Rhino Lions.
Rhino Lions? Okay.
Last match was garbage. Pabu could have done a better job. Because when you back a fire ferret in the corner, well, mister, he comes out fighting. Are you with me?
Oh.
Oh.
Poor Bolin, he's all alone.
Fire ferrets go down in the water.
With Mako when I need him.
He joined the police force?
Ah, I can see it.
You make ice. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Nice.
That was freaking awesome.
Oh.
Just when I was about to say, he needs a Sami as a driver. Nope, he's got some slick moves himself.
Looks like you had some car trouble. Good thing the police are here.
He's even got, like, the corny police lines from Bad Cop Show. There she is.
These planes are finally ready to ship.
No company will work with us.
I'm going to the South Pole to meet with someone who can help us put future industries back on top.
Aww.
Oh, Sami.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
She's cheating.
I was gonna say, that ain't exactly cool. I mean, it's very cool.
Again,
but like,
yeah.
No fair!
You showed that 8-year-old.
I was waiting for that.
You are toying with a dangerous power, not to mention that you're still a long way from mastering airbending.
Looks pretty good to me.
You've mastered Korra-style airbending. Hopefully, our visit to all of the air temples will give you the
Tattoos! I want lightning bolts. You can't get lightning bolts.
Why not?
It doesn't make any sense. You don't make any sense!
Agreed.
Maybe I'll tag along just to see Vacation Tenzin. Mom already invited me.
So I walk up and say, looks like you had some car trouble.
Did you write that beforehand?
Yeah.
All I do is train all day. It's like Tenzin's totally forgotten how I beat Amon.
Tenzin's just trying to help you become the best avatar you can be.
Of course you take his side.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna take a walk.
Why is it so much easier to bust triads than it is to get through one conversation with my girlfriend?
Gran!
You've all gotten so big.
We missed you, Aunt Kaya.
Your father doesn't bring you to visit nearly enough. He's probably scared I'll beat him up like when we were kids.
I'm not scared of you anymore.
You remember Mako?
Sir?
Uh-oh.
I hope you're not getting my daughter into any more trouble up in the city.
He's just messing with you.
Knock it off, Dad.
Wow, look at all these people that came out to greet us.
They came to greet them.
It's a beautiful ship.
Yeah.
The great chief of the Northern Water Tribe, hooray.
That is not an act. Did Bert have a mohawk? They look super thrilled.
Who are the lovely ladies?
That's Eska and Desna, the chief's children. Desna is a guy.
Which one is Desna?
Good to see you again, Avatar Korra.
Good to see you too.
Tonrock?
Brother.
Ooh, there it is.
Yep.
So everybody's getting along with their relatives in this episode.
This festival used to be a solemn time of fasting and meditation. Now it's just a chance to watch some rube try to stick an entire Arctic hen in his mouth.
Traditions change.
Tell that to the sailors who are being attacked.
Spirits are attacking ships?
Apparently you haven't been given all the information you need. It would be my honor to instruct you in the spiritual ways of the Water Tribe.
I wouldn't mind learning about fighting spirits. Airbending is getting pretty boring.
Tenzin is Korra's instructor.
Ouch.
I'm glad you came with me to this meeting. Varric is one of the richest men in the world, and he controls the entire global shipping business. Stand there and don't say anything.
Pabu and I are natural assistants.
I gotta get into this whole business thing.
Did you see that? Levitation! It was a foot off the ground!
It looked like you were just sitting on a pillow.
Oh no.
Okay, you're no longer her assistant.
Yeah.
Are you saying I wasn't levitating?
No?
Well, why didn't anyone tell me? Now I look like an idiot!
Bolin, you're making friends all over the place.
I like you, kid. You're a real straight shooter, just like me. Brought your tiger shark with you to do business, huh? Now that's moxie!
This guy's great.
What?
As you know, Future Industries is looking for a partner to handle our shipping.
Sure, but first, you gotta check out my new venture, moving pictures. You're gonna love this. Mind-blowing, right? Forget that! That's the past! Shut it off, Julie! Ginger, come over here. Do your poses. Spectacular! Thanks, Ginger. Go rest your gam.
And Hollywood was born. Your gams.
But I'm just concentrating on getting Future Industries back on track. If we could hammer out a deal.
Stop. We got a deal!
One eccentric dude.
Who wants a rocket boat ride?
Is that how business usually goes?
You are a natural assistant.
Aw. It was nice until she started, like, I don't know, treating him like he's a toddler and, like, shaking his head. Good boy.
Since the Avatar is the bridge between the material world and the spirits, that is why I want so badly to teach you.
I thought I had made it clear that Tenzin is teaching her.
Man, these kids look so creepy. Yeah. I'm, like, angry.
Who I train with should be my decision, Dad, not yours.
Looks like someone's trying to take your place.
Don't pick on Tenzin. You know he's always been sensitive.
I'm not sensitive.
Aww.
It is my honor to speak at this festival, but I am saddened to see what it has become. A cheap carnival that celebrates greedy and trivial humans. I fear the time is fast approaching when the North can no longer stand idly by while our Southern brothers slip into total spiritual decay. Angry spirits are already attacking ships in your waters. We are not too late to change course.
Well, Boomy was right. Stick in the mud he is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Oh, jeez.
Poor Bolin. He's better on his own.
Wish me luck. I'm making my move.
You still don't know which one you're hitting on. Yeah.
They smell like a grandma's attic.
I'm Bolin. I'm a friend of Korra's. You're Eska, right? Wow, I'm just robes.
Okay.
You amuse me. I will make you mine.
A boyfriend or like a slave?
Both.
Yes. Win me prizes.
Win me prizes. Oh, yay. Good prize.
But my dad won't even let me think about Unalak teaching me. What do you think I should do?
I guess you should do what you think is right.
Follow your
I
heart.
support whatever decision you make.
Big help.
Thought you wanted me to be supportive. Now you want me to tell you what I think? Make up your mind.
Oh.
Just forget it.
I mean, you were kind of doomed no matter what, Marco.
Yeah.
And while that wasn't the right way to handle it, I'm really not sure what the right way was.
Naga, hush!
No, listen to Naga. Always listen to Naga.
Listen to your polar puppy.
What is that?
Pissed off spirit. Ooh! Kicking the Avatar's ass.
Got it. Now he's got skills.
Mm-hmm.
Those are some slick moves. Jesus.
For all the good it did him. It does piss a spirit off.
Ow.
Spirit, why are you angry with us? What have we done to offend you?
Fried food on sticks. Now it's time for the real business.
Just be careful. Tenzin was right. You haven't mastered that.
Nothing hurts this thing.
It's a spirit. You guys should form a circle of salt.
There you go. If I'm connected to the spirit world, I can defeat it. It's a pretty cool trick, not gonna lie.
I'm just so jaded and I'm like, what did he do? Did he plant the spirit here?
I know. I had the same feeling.
Korra, are you all right?
How were you able to control that spirit when no one else could?
I've spent my life studying the spirits and learning their ways. All of this knowledge is lost in the South, but I could teach you everything I know. The air temples will teach her nothing. Only I can give her the training she needs to be a complete avatar.
I've told you that will not happen.
Anyone want to ask me what I think? Both of you. You keep me locked up, telling me you know what's best, but both of you were powerless against the spirit attack.
She's got to
I think it's time I had a new teacher.
She's got to make her own choices, learn from them.
I have to go with him.
I know you're angry, but we've come so far together.
Doesn't mean it's over.
This is as far as we go.
Oh, okay. I guess it is over. I was like, she could always come back and
finish her airbending. I just want to point out, Korra, you haven't always been the best judge of character.
Think I need some time alone with my family right now.
This is your family, Tenzin. You'll be thankful for the time you had with your siblings together.
Come on, it'll be fun.
I'm dying to see that laid-back vacation Tenzin I've heard so much about.
All right, hop on. I love you, Mom.
Do you think I did the right thing?
Doesn't know what to do.
I'm not very good at this avatar counseling, but I know your heart is in the right place.
There you go.
You'll just have to trust it.
That was the right thing to say.
I know this was a hard decision, Korra, but it was the right one. I have great plans for you.
I'm sure you do.
Which is why it's got the ominous music.
Exactly. I mean, yes, the jaded conspiracy, trust nobody.
Cynical side
is like, okay, he sent that spirit loose. If he can control spirits, somehow he was able to get that spirit loose and so that he could show Korra the powers that he has, and that she'll definitely want to go with him. I mean, she was pretty much wanted to already, but like this gave her like more definitive answer.
It kind of broke my heart to hear Tenzin say like, we've come so far, because all of season 1, like everything that they went through together. I understand if she were to say, you know, I feel like this is a pressing need to learn this kind of skill right now because of what we hear is happening to the boats in the southern waters, but I'm gonna come back, Tenzin. I can't focus on airbending when this is on my mind. So I need to tackle this and then come back to you. But no, instead she said like, this is the end of the road. Like this. So that was very final and kind of broke my heart.
Great timing. It's like, this doesn't mean it's the end. This is the end.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I thought the same thing. I'm like, okay, well, you know, we can go learn the spirit thing. Like that's what you need right now. And just like Tenzin, I'll come back and I will master airbending. I mean, it's something where sometimes you just need a break from it and then to come back and maybe fresh eyes, new perspective, all recharged. So I thought that's where she was going with it. But I mean, it seems like she's just completely over it. And I don't know, how old is Korra? She feels like in her like rebellious teen years.
Oh yeah. I mean, I want to say that she's like somewhere in the like 15 to 17 age range.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe 14 to 17. To what you were saying, which is entirely true, and like part of the reason why teens go through that phase, and us included, we've all been there, you have to set out on your own. You think you know everything.
Yeah.
Now comes the opportunity to put it into practice, and you're going to realize what you know and what you don't know, but you're going to realize that they're making your own choices and your own successes and failures. And sometimes the best teachers are failures. That's just true. Yeah. Which poor Asami is kind of having to deal with her father's failures right now, which is very challenging. I gotta say, I have to hand it to her for taking over the company, taking over the business, and going out and being like, I'm not gonna let this thing die. This is my family's business, regardless of who my father was and what he did. And I'm gonna make sure that it continues. And that guy, that business, I mean, he was something. He was a character.
Yeah. For sure. So I forgot their names. The two siblings of like the North Water Tribe's father.
Like creepy automaton children.
Yeah. Which kind of was a cross between May and Azula. It's just like they were.
I see it.
Yeah.
I see
Especially when she's like, I'm going to make you mine, or like, how'd she say it?
Yeah, I think that was it. I'm going to make you mine.
Yeah, it's like, does that mean like boyfriend? Or, of course, I mean, Bolin, such a nice guy. He deserves better.
He does. I thought
it was going to be, I mean, you know, when Asami is like, oh, yeah, you were so great. Like, you're a great assistant. I'm like, oh, that's great to say assistant. But I thought she was going to, like, you know, say you were so, like, I don't know, impressive something. realized the great guy that Bolin is, gave him a hug. Then she like, tousled his hair. I was like, oh no.
He's in the friend zone.
Oh, for sure.
He's
for
very
sure friend zone.
Very hard locked in the friend zone. And I guess I was like guilty of being a terrible shipper last season because I had it all in for like, her and Iroh, but
it can still happen.
I guess I was like the only one who saw that. they didn't feel it when they got together.
It can still happen, maybe not right away, but later on in this season. Might be like, that's like the finale.
Okay.
For the end of was this 4 seasons? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
The 4th season or whatever. That's when they finally get together. That's the true romance in the story.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And then Mako, not knowing what to say, feeling that one. But sometimes you just gotta be open communications. All right. What do you need to hear right now? Do you want me to be like, supportive as far as like hyping you up? You want me to be your hype man? Do you want me to jump in the pit of despair with you?
I think that's one of the greatest things that sort of, I guess maybe our generation or certainly at least the younger generations was communicating that question.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of all grew up in a I don't know, a time when it was like, you're supposed to give advice and like being a good friend is giving good advice, but sometimes people don't want to hear your advice.
Yeah.
They just need you to be there with them in their upset. Right or wrong, they kind of just need you to agree with them. Like, yes, life is shit right now. I'm going to join you in the pit of despair and agree that life is shit. We will get out of the pit of despair at some point, but I recognize that if I throw you a rope right now, you aren't going to want to take it. So, and that's just something that I think has come up maybe over the course of the last few generations as people have developed a greater awareness of mental health and everything, but understanding that, ask the person what they really need. Because sometimes guessing is how you stick your foot in your mouth and you wind up like poor Mako.
Yeah, but like, he handled it well at the end there. It's
He
just
did.
like, I think that, I have no idea what the right answer is, but you seem like you've made a choice that you really believe in, and I fully support it. Like, instead of saying, well, you should do this and you should do that, and like giving all the reasons and just creating more doubt and more angst within them, I support you for your decision. And I think that like, you've always made good decisions in the past, even though she hasn't always made good decisions in the past, but still, none of us have always made 100% good decisions.
I couldn't help but thinking of Tarlok though. I'm just like, I'm getting deja vu over when she was like, I'm going to go with Tarlok because he understands me. And I'm like, we needed to learn from that situation. Like, I get that Tenzin is sort of the steady Eddie.
Yeah.
And he can be boring because he's sometimes tunnel visioned on what in a way is going to be for Korra's best interest, but maybe not. He doesn't always take the holistic approach. Sometimes it is the tunnel vision approach, but he's never steered her wrong. Might not be exactly what she's wanted to do in the moment, but like it's never been wrong. Whereas like when she got involved with Tarlok, he was very pointedly steering her wrong. And intentionally so. So like that's just where I want to be like, just before you bench Tenzin, just take a beat. Maybe just a little bit.
Well, I think that, some of the criticism that I've heard or that's been relayed to us, should I say, in the comments has been that some people didn't like that, like, I guess Korra sometimes maybe can be like a little bit stubborn, maybe not always learn from her mistakes. I think that's because like if you're comparing her to Aang, okay, like because Aang sort of like always made the right decisions. And like, I mean, every now and then, like when he did freak out, like, or wasn't making the right decision, like it was kind of like, I don't know, more of a rarity, and like he learned from it right away and like was able to move on. But I think Korra is more like Zuko. Where Zuko, you're just like, oh yes, now Zuko, you're finally getting it. No, what are you doing? You made another mistake. You have Iroh. Why aren't you listening to Iroh? He's so great. And so I think that's kind of like where Korra's at, like, and we accepted it more, I guess, with Zuko because he started out as like the villain. Or like, that's kind of the antagonist as he was portrayed. And so like we have to see his growth more, whereas Korra is like presented as the hero. So we want our heroes always to make like the right decisions, or like, even if they do make a wrong decision, like they learn from it and they move on, but like right away. But that's not reality. In real life, it's very rare that you're going to make a wrong choice and then automatically learn from it right away and never make that same like, wrong choice again. it's great when that does happen. I'm not saying it never happens. I'm just saying that a lot of times, people have to kind of mess up a couple of times and figure out, like, oh, no, you know what? I fell back into old habits and I did this thing and, geez, okay. I see where I went wrong there.
Well, also, the other thing that Korra has to, I want to say like Korra has to contend with, but that makes it sound contentious, which I don't necessarily mean it to, but remember, Avatar fell asleep for 100 years in ice.
Yeah.
He wakes up as a kid. He's got no family left. He's a stranger to like the modern world that he wakes up in. And he's very fortunate to get a core group of friends relatively fast that he can bounce ideas off of. Korra has to handle family dynamics and family dramas. And, sometimes our family members will give us the world's best advice. And because it comes from them, we will never listen to it. And we have to keep making that same mistake over and over again before we realize, actually, even though I don't want to hear it from this person, they are actually right. And I need to get over my own baggage that I don't want to hear it from them because it's actually pretty decent advice. I empathize with Korra. I'm a fellow stubborn person, so I get it.
And there were times when Aang, wanted to, instead of focusing just on like learning the water trial, like the water bending and the earth bending and the fire bending, whatever, where like, he got pulled in different directions and, we're just like, Aang, don't you understand? Like the fate of the world's at stake here. You got to start learning all this stuff. So, it's not like he was just always doing everything he was supposed to be doing or whatever. And he didn't really have that guidance. I mean, he had Avatar Roku telling him what he needed to do, but not like every day. Not he wasn't there like Tenzin. So, he just had like his group.
So like what you said with Zuko starting as a villain versus Korra starting as a hero, man, we are so unforgiving of our heroes.
Yeah.
And like the villains, they can hold the door for someone and suddenly we're praising the shit out of them because like the bar is so low, which that's just patently unfair to our heroes. But we do it as a society, as a culture, time and time again, in real life and entertainment, like the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
So we should get better about that. Sort of as like humanity, I think.
Yeah, I think it's one thing. It's like, okay, when you see a flawed person, you see them grow. It's just like, all right, we all think of ourselves as flawed people, right? I mean, you talked about before, just kind of like that. Sometimes we play like the negative, our low light reels over and over again in our head. And so when we see the villain or the antagonist or whatever start to change and everything, it's like, okay, maybe we hope for that for somebody in our life that is like that, or maybe we hope that for ourselves. Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want our full watch along reactions and you want early ad-free access to all of our reactions, then check out Patreon. Links in the description of this video. Go to patreon.com/DefinitelyNotDefinitive.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching Korra with us, but you keep in mind
that our reaction is definitely not definitive.